Much better. Hello, Floss Tube. This is Kathy crafting. So it is Friday, September 1st here in the US. It is Labor Day weekend. So since it's been a while, I think the last video I did was like a montage of all my Mania starts. So summer's over. Tuesday Oliver goes back to school. So I figured I'd do a catch up and then try to film a little more frequently and post a little more frequently. It's been a little crazy with the summer vacation and all that stuff. There was some traveling, which was still no craziness, and then there's also lots of family fun. My baby brother is getting married in October, so we have about a month and a half before that happens. Well, today's September 1st, so it's 30. Yeah, we're in the home stretch, and I have another cousin that's getting married, so there's going to be a lot of travel, but I figured I would shoot a video. I got some happy mail today. I got the next installment of, I'm going to start with haul. Anyway, I don't normally do haul, and we have a Faraday. Hello, my Faraday. Hello. Hello. As you can see, he's blocking up the video. Let's see. Since no one wants to see a Faraday bud, so let's see. All right. Anyway. You want to say hi to the camera? You want to say hi to the camera? Look, look. Okay. Yep, there we go. Oh, there we go. There's my cute Faraday. Okay, let's see. He might stay in my lap. We got back from... Oh, we have purring, so let's see. He might stay. Don't know. Might be doing this video with a cat in my lap. So, alright, so... what am I doing today? We're going to do my newest haul that just came in. I've got a couple other things that came with the electronic copy, so I can't show anything. That'll be more in the next video. And then what I've been working on. Stuff I haven't started too many new things. I've just been bringing back stuff, that whips I have, because I think I've got way too many whips. Anyway, first up, haul. So so what I got, since it's a paper pattern, I can show you all. Is I got the next installment of Country Cottage Millworks Main Street Art Gallery. So I think this is like number 4 or number 5. So I'm the whole thing. I haven't started stitching on it yet. I'm still waiting for the fabric. I got a piece of the called for fabric, but it's only like a fat 1/8, so it's not enough to stitch it. I am contemplating stitching the bookstore twice, and sending it to my friend, because I did get Little House Needleworks, the library. I bought the fabric, I bought the material, I got the pattern. I'm not quite sure if it's something I really want to do, or if I just want to do the bookstore, have it cubidified, probably by Vanna or somebody, and then give it to her as a gift. That's what I'm thinking right now. And then I wanted to stitch the whole set as well. So that might be something to thumb. But this is haul. There's more haul that I have. It's mostly sticker stuff, and I bought a Kelly Perky Traveler's Notebook kit. I will show because it's fine. Sorry about the crinkling. So I love Kelly Perky. I love watching her. Videos. So she is a scrapbooker. So what I got is I got one of her letters. This is probably not so good. Let's see. Alright, so, well, I can't really see. So this is one of her, what is this called? Hold on. Eek. This is her day-by-day stamp set. Basically, so what it is, it has the months away, and there's a line in the spot so that you can actually write on it. So I figured would be great for when I do my traveling scrapbook pages, which since fall is coming, and I definitely want to start printing out some pictures, putting them into albums, and getting my scrapbook on again, because I feel like I stitch a lot, but I love watching all the stories. I love trying to capture all the memories, so I definitely need to get that back in there. Maybe I need to do a video series so I can be more accountable and get that going. Not that I'm that consistent with videos, but maybe somehow I need to figure out how to do accountability. Anyway, digressing. So I got the day-by-day set, and then the other thing, I got the I Ate This kit, which is one of her new thing, which is a Traveler's Notebooks kit, which I think I really love. So let me see if I can fan this out we'll do a little bit. So it comes, it's like a monthly kit. So it came with a stamp set, 2 sticker sheets, and then a whole bunch of scrapbook paper. So that's already cut down to traveler's notebook size. So they're like little sheets of paper that, I love this because this could be used as a cut apart. So this is super cute. If anyone really wants to see a more in-depth unboxing of this, I mean, look at these stickers. Can you see how cute? I mean, they're vinyl, so they're like, so it's really cute. And if anyone follows me, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that if you don't see stitching, the other thing you see a lot of on my Instagram is pictures of my boys, meaning my husband and my son, with my cat, because they're my boys. I'm totally outnumbered in my house. And food pictures. So that's why this kit sang to me, because it basically said, you know, food makes me happy. It has a fork, mealtime, let's eat. So this was really cute. So should I do a more in-depth display of this? Basically, you know, go through the papers. Oh, look at this. This just came in the mail today, so it was so cute. And I love how everything coordinates together, so I definitely want to keep this together. There's a couple dinners that me and Jack have had recently, so I definitely want to try to put that into the scrapbook. Gotta get back into scrapbooking. I feel like I need to. Alright. Second, before we get to the whips, I wanted to do a slight update on my traveling stitching pouch. So it's kind of evolved a little bit. So this is kind of a what's in my stitching bag kind of thing. But this bag, so I guess I should start it off. So we flew from Detroit to Kansas City to see the eclipse. My little brother lives in Kansas City, so we went to go see his house and went to go see the solar eclipse. My mom wasn't sure about it, and then she was amazed by it. Oliver thought it was terrible. I thought it was very cool. My husband was super geeked about it. I think he was the most excited person out of all of us to go see the eclipse. So yes, in my house we do geek, and probably hold on, I'm gonna step back because I feel like I need to show off the shirt. You guys can only see the top. It's not that cool. Anyway, let me see. All right. Okay, so anyway, so this, like 2 years ago, me and my husband actually went on our first overseas trip together to England, and we went to the Warner Brothers studio where they filmed him, so we got to see tons of Harry Potter. So this is like my souvenir from it. So it's a Hogwarts Quidditch shirt, which is super cool. And since today is back to Hogwarts in Stitch Mania, so I'm gonna be the last project that I'm gonna show you guys. Next to last project that I'm gonna show you guys is my Hogwarts castle. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. Like Miss Tracy P. Like Tracy P. If you're watching this, it's totally. You're not the only one that's breaking out, because you missed me a couple weeks ago in that whole stressing out, because it was like work was crazy, and obviously baby brother getting married and me helping out. Anyway, I digress. So this is a 31 pouch. I don't think this print is available, but this size is still available. It's a pouch. So this bag went on, because when we went to Kansas City, we basically had carry-ons, so we didn't check anything. This fit in my backpack. So what I have in here, open it up. So I have taken everything out. So somehow I threw a USB stick in here. It's a cute little panda one. Found it on Amazon. Haven't used it, so it's empty. Don't know why anyway, USB. Then I put a pencil and one erasable black pen. The reason for this, well, actually there was another blue pen in here as well. The reason for this is because of the fact that I brought my traveler's notebook. I was going to try to use that, my date book, kind of to record what we did. That was all the memory keeping stuff I did. I kept it simple, didn't bring too much stuff. So 2 pens are in here for a reason. Well, one, the pencil is in here because on some of my bigger projects, I do mark out the pattern. Normally, I typically don't mark out the pattern. Like the pattern for this, I will probably not mark up. So at some point, when I finish Santa's Village and when I finish this, the plan is to buy this whole set, and when I stitch it, and also with my little sheep, which I'll show you a little bit later, I will probably sell it. I will probably either pass the stash or sell it on Stash Unload. They're clean. So anyway, so pouch. Okay, so at first I had everything in one pouch. That was where I had this, but then I've migrated it now to 2 pouches. Now these 2 pouches came in a Karen Foster scrapbooking bag that I got over a decade ago. But they work. There's Velcro, so actually there's Velcro on the back of these because it sticks to the bag, but they actually stick together too, which is kind of useful, so they pull out. So anyway, they don't stick together great, but they stick. Okay, so pouch number 1, I basically put my basic colors in. So I have my white, B52, plain white, and then I have 310 in here. I think I have an extra skein of the whites. I probably need to put an extra skein of the black as well. So basically, most of the patterns I stitch have this in it, so this is just always there. Then I don't have to worry about pulling it when I pull the flosses, because everything else is usually in a Ziploc bag or in a little pouch, with all the stuff separated. So my new change is plastic Ziploc pouch for common used flosses, and then this is the tool pouch. So and then keep in mind, these are all, this is a pair of scissors, foldable scissors, very small blade. It's not very sharp, but it works for just cutting stuff. But if it's going through airport security and it's closed up, it probably just looks like a pen. I also have a tiny seam reaper, which also this came in handy at the solar eclipse because my husband was trying to open up cheese and we didn't have anything sharp. So he used this to open up a cheese package, multi-purpose. And then I usually try to keep 1 needle minder, and this is a package. It's one of those cell phone mobile pockets that people put in the back of their cell phones for credit cards. What I've used is I put needles in it. So I've been buying all my Country Cottage needleworks, or the Main Street stuff, from the Cottage Needle on Etsy, and they do the most awesome thing. This is what they used to do. They used to put this little cell phone bag, and then they give you a complimentary needle. Well, and here I've got a couple of needles. So I love this idea. Rachel, I know you probably don't watch this, but I love this idea. And then obviously I have another package of bohin needles as well. So that goes in here, and this holds this holds it together, so I'm not like searching for it, and it's very lightweight and compact. So that is what's in this portable section. And just in case, I got this when I went to the auto show a couple years ago. It's the auto show, meaning the North American International Auto Show, which is held in Detroit, Michigan in January, basically where a lot of the major car companies show their new cars. So this is just a notepad. So there's a notepad and some sticky notes. It's for the GAC group, which is the Guangzhou Auto Group. I'm not sure what it is. It was a freebie. It's very useful. That's why this is in here, just in case I need to make notes, shopping lists, paper, jot down a quick memory. That's that's there. It went in lieu of having picking journaling cards. I figured if I needed to take a quick note, it works. So all this went on the plane for a domestic flight. It fit in my backpack. I was able to get stuff out. So that's my updated travel stitching pouch. I need to make some adjustments because I also take stitching with me to stitch at work. So this works. I'm trying to figure out how to streamline my bag down smaller because I think it's way too big for what I need to do, and I really don't want to carry all that stuff. So this is working. All right, this is in no particular order. I think I just pulled it out and just laid it on. Last 2 things are in Q-snaps, but here we go. This is what I worked on in the month of August. This is Caroline Manning's Winter Garden Labyrinth. I'm actually enjoying this. And this is being stitched on, I think it's Caramel Macchiato in 32 count Joblin by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I think I've been switching lately from 28 14 count to 16 count. My Hades are on 18 count. So that is, it's just, I'm moving to smaller amounts, smaller counts until my eyes go really bad, in which case then I'll go back up. Anyway, so this next piece I actually took with me and I worked a lot. This is the main piece that I worked on when we were in Kansas City. I took it with me. I basically took two pieces with me, and this is the only piece that I worked on. The other piece I did not work on. So this is Christmas on Gingerbread Lane by the Frosted Pumpkins Tree. And I am definitely a pumpkin addict. This is stitched on the called for fabric with the so this is on Crystal Ale in a 14 count Ada by Picture This Plus. This is where I'm at. I'm going to substitute out the metallics in here, and I think I got some Petite Treasure braid that I'm going to substitute in here that's going to make it look more like snow. I just kind of picked it from the color, so hopefully it'll work and bling this out. The plan is that this will be I gotta figure out how to make this into an advent calendar, because last year Oliver was interested in the Lego advent calendar, but then we never finished it. So my plan is that he's not getting a Lego advent calendar this year, just because it didn't excite him, but the Lego set will. So that's the other thing I usually put pictures of. So, but I think this weekend since it's a long weekend and I got some Ollie mommy time, we might start working on our next creator set, which is the theater. I want to start working on that because that should be able to crank that out and then get this year's Christmas set. I want to rebuild the other Christmas sets to eventually make a nice Christmas village. I've got to build it and then put it into a box and then just bring it out at Christmas time. Because I had the train from last year that we got finished and we did motorize that. It sounds like this year's is a train station, so at some point we definitely have to figure out how to connect the two together. So that's going to be fun. All right, next is hands-on design. No. Hands-on designs? Hold on. Let me grab the paper. It's over here. Do I have the book? Oh, it's here. Okay, Okay, it's Hands-On Designs, and it's her Hello June. I think I did this in one weekend. This is very quick. I'll probably dig this out again. Hands-On Design. What I'm waiting for is my new, I got some roller frames in the mail, so I'm hoping that I can put it, because this is really tiny, so I got some stretcher bars to hopefully to get this to maybe a little bit easier to work on. But this is part of the Hello There series. This is Hello June. I've done Hello May, so yeah, I'm a little behind, but these are so quick. The one thing that I'm worried about is, this is a picture of it, there's a giant box. So I don't typically write on my reports, but this is just so small. I mean, because here's the pattern, and then the pattern is just here. So it's really hard to double check and count and all that stuff. Anyway, this is a piece that I dug back out. Now, I started watching Chelsea and Priscilla. I totally love the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. It's hilarious. I love it. And so they did they have this thing called Witchy Wednesday and Santa Sunday. So I didn't do the Witchy Wednesday, but I think for them I might start doing Halloween types. Halloween is coming, so I gotta figure out how to put Witchy Wednesday into my mix, because, dude, I have so many Frosted Pumpkin Halloween patterns. I am planning on restarting last year's Trick or Treat Costume Club, and I'm going to do it in the called for fabric. I did it on a different fabric last year, and it wasn't, I liked it, but it wasn't so I'm going to try to do it on the called for fabric, just because I love the color of it, but it was way too dark. So anyway, so this is Lizzie Kate's 2016 Old School Santa. Now, I didn't just work on this one day. This is like 4 days of work. I worked on it during lunchtime. I got a lot of the wording done. Hopefully this is centered properly and I'm not off-centered. But this is stitched on 32 count sandcastle. I believe this is a picture of this plus. I hope so. Anyway, this was, I mean, for some reason I really like stitching lettering. Don't know why. It's like I get in the groove with it and I'm fine. Like, this is what I was saying with the hello there. Because, see, on this, hopefully you can see this focus. Okay, see how there's this frame? For me, I'm worried on the frame on the hello there that I will screw it up and mess up with the numbers. But then, you know what? It should just be uniquely mine. It's uniquely Kathy. That sounds kind of weird. Anyway, so last month, since it's September, the lovely Amanda and Ashley at the Frosted Pumpkin Day came up with a new 2017 national parks. Now, I haven't finished the 2016, so I figured I need to work on it. So for a couple days, I did work on it. So this is what I worked on. Basically, what I worked on was the letters up here. I finished the volcano, I think. This park is actually done, and I'm actually working on the next park right here. Got the lettering done, so all in all, it's quick. And this is being stitched on Blue Sky, 28 count Joblin from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. So I actually ordered today from also by Hand Dyed by Stephanie, because I know it's going to be about a month before I get the fabric. I ordered 2 pieces of fabric. One is Jack's Rum, and the other one is some type of ice something. So it's a white lighter blue that I'm hoping to do the companion piece, which is this year's pattern. Because this is Blue Sky, and that when I saw the name Blue Sky, it made me think of the parks. Because when you're on a park, you see, laying in the park, you see the blue sky. So I toyed between a couple options. One was April showers, and then another one was something else. When it comes in, I'll show you guys. Alright, next up. So, Vanna, the lovely Vanna, I love watching her videos, and she is super talented both in finishing and with her stitching. She is hosting through Little House Needleworks and Country Cottage a autumn sampler. So, my plan is to stitch Kindness from the Little Sheep, because it's fall. Basically, it's an autumn fall theme. But in order to do that, I have to get my. Let's see if I can pop this out. Should have popped this out beforehand. Okay, so this is my process on Sheep in the Meadow. So what I'm doing, so the plan is I'm going to do this and then all the Sheep's Virtue on one set. So what I needed to do is figure out from here, because I'm pretty sure Kindness goes down here somewhere. So I wanted to, at least as I have the pattern, it's a little easier to figure out, okay, where do I start this next one? So the plan is that I want to finish this bottom here, since I know Kindness goes down below, and then fit it into the section. So my order from Picture This Plus, which I think with my remaining color, I have most of the colors. I probably should tell you what this is stitched on. This is stitched on the Picture This Plus doubloon in 28 count Lugana. I am definitely waffling between Lugana and Joblin in terms of my linen. And I also like my Ada. But, so that's pretty much that. I just took this, basically this little bit is what I did at lunch today. It's quiet because a lot of people are out. Alright, so since today is, I started this a couple days ago. I think I worked on this Monday and Tuesday of this week. Monday, Oliver had popsicles with the principal where we were supposed to figure out who he was, turn in any paperwork, turn in school supplies, meet the new principal, and meet his new teacher. Well, his teacher that he was supposed to have left the district for another opportunity last week. So I didn't find out till today who his teacher was, and I think he is possibly in the same classroom as he was last year. But anyway, so I worked on this the last Monday and Tuesday since today, First in Stitch Mania, is back to Hogwarts. So this is from, hold on, look up the title. Okay, so this is from Stitch Line on Etsy. Yeah, Yep, stitch line. She usually she has a bunch of Hogwarts patterns, but what I got was Hogwarts Castle. Here's my progress. So I think I did a little bit of this, a little bit of this. I finished this in. I think I worked on a lot of this, worked on this a little bit. This is actually a joy. It's supposed to be Hogwarts Castle, but then instead of using the called for DMCs, I swapped it out, and there's going to be a lot of Weeks and Gentle Arts, or classic dye works, crescent dye works, that sort of thing. So that's it. I'm probably gonna, once I'm done recording here, pop this in and work on that a little bit more. So, actually I'm doing pretty good, not too long. So I'm gonna try to do more frequent updates. They're probably gonna be shorter because I don't talk that much. And I want to basically be a little more social, because I feel like the summer I wasn't really social at all, but I was traveling. And so there's still a bunch of traveling that I have to do the next couple months. There's two family trips planned, a third that I'm thinking of doing, and I'm not sure who's traveling with me other than my husband at this point. And then there's a talk about having a work test trip as well. So life is crazy. So my Christmas, Halloween stuff will probably be a little crazy, but I think what it's going to end up being is, now I should probably slowly start getting out my Halloween stuff now so I can have my Halloween stuff, and then I think basically once November hit, basically start putting up in November I'm going to start putting up the Christmas tree and all that stuff. So, but my plan is, last thing, so I went through all my floss because I could show you it, but there's a dresser upstairs since we moved into the new guest room, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking over that dresser, because it's Oliver's old dresser and Jack totally fixed it, so it's still functional because he was keeping his clothes in there. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to put, so I can clean up the living room a little bit, is taking all my cross-stitch stuff and put it into that dresser, because it has 3 drawers. So actually I'm probably thinking of putting my stitching and my knitting tools into that dresser to clean up the den a little bit more and to put it away. So I can leave the bottom for knitting, and then the 2 drawers for top drawer will be tools of both. The middle drawer will be cross-stitch related stuff, and then the 3rd drawer will be knitting extra yarn that I have downstairs that's upstairs, kind of just to keep all the stuff condensed. So I was doing my DMC. I was trying to make sure I had a whole set of DMC, but it looks like I'm only short probably about 100 skeins. So I'm very close. So I'm going to slowly, I think by the end of the year, I should have the rest of the skeins. If not, I'm just going to, January 1st comes around, just order them all. Because, I've got 2 heights, so there's plenty of repeat there. So I'm going to have my big box, which I'll show next time, that I want to try to make sure I have a complete set. And that set will stay in there. And then whatever extra skeins I have pulled for projects, those will be kept in Ziploc bags in another storage option. Probably like 2 storage options so that I can have, different sets of numbers, and, they'll be kept, extra skeins and bobbins will be kept in it. Because I tried, that was the other thing, when we were traveling, I brought a couple of floss away bags because I had my weeks and I don't really want to, so what I ended up doing was putting the bobbinated skein, because I do like bobbinated, I don't want to, I'm going to bobbinate, but then put them in floss away bags so that when I do use them, I can have extras, I can just put them back in there. Because what I'm really worried about, which is probably useful for Hades, I might change up how I organize my Hades. Because the floss away bags, they have a hole, so I can, put a giant ring on it and pretty much keep them in order. Because that was one thing about keeping in a box, that it's going to get disordered. And that's what's wrong with my bobbin boxes. It's not in order anyway. So that's that. Oh, and I did sign up. I don't know what was ranked. Anyway, I signed up for Lakeside Needle Crafts band samplers today. It went on pre-order. I ordered it. I ordered the kit. It was probably about $40 And I know it's coming from the UK, so I'm expecting it to pay a little more, but it came with all the floss. I mean, I'm not sure what the exchange rate is, but you know what? It looks like it's all variegated. I got the bright rainbow set, so can't wait to see. Because I'm actually loving the linens and things one, but I didn't want to do that. So this next one should be interesting. If I don't like the fabric with it, I think I might have something else, but that I can use. Since I did get the bright rainbow, I got a bright rainbow blend group. So anyway, I really appreciate anyone watching. I appreciate everyone that's watching this video. Thanks for watching again if it's your first time, especially if you stuck with me for 30 minutes. I know I ramble, maybe not the most personable, because I realize that the people that I love watching, like, okay, these are my shout outs, but the people that I really love, I love watching Danielle from Stitcherista. I love Tracy P. Vanna's great. I love McKenna. She's just hilarious. I mean, her stitching is cool, but McKenna herself is just an interesting character, very, very outgoing, very opposite of me. Anyway. I hope everyone has a happy long weekend, end of summer, and thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. So if you have time, hope you guys have lots of stitchy time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!